The Quench, where you ask, we answer.
So our existence is defined by a lot, but one great building block is our social interactions. Every single person in this room can attest to having a friend or two. Now these friends or two turn into a friend group, what we are defining today as committee. We're going to call them as it is called kwa ground, a committee, kamati. That's kamati that you have. Now these people are responsible for some of the decisions that we make. They influence us in one way or the other. It could be in a peer pressure manner, or it could be directly. Now today we are discussing the influence of committees in romantic relationships. So let's talk about it. Shall we talk about it? Now today, to see through this conversation, I am hosting two very able panelists and a very diverse and knowledgeable audience. And I will give the panelists an opportunity to introduce themselves and tell us their passions so we can go to the next step, okay? So let's start with you, Pastor.
Hello, people.
Hello.
I'm happy to be here once again. The Quench. I'm saved. I'm a pastor. Ready to discuss this great topic.
All right. Thank you. And on the far end.
Thank you very much. Hello.
Hello.
My name is Samuel Karanja, or if you wish, is Karanja Boy Child, where we believe in empower the boy child, secure the society. I am the chairperson, Kenya Boy Child, under the organization Ladder of Hope Kenya, which is registered to do advocacy and mentorship for the boy child in this country. So basically, we deal with the matters of the men.
Okay, nice. So the first questions I have for you two is, with that definition of a committee, do you have a kamati? Do you have a group of friends that influence your decisions? Do you have a group of friends that if you have to make a significant decision in your life, whether it's business, whether it's relationship, whether it's this and that and that and that, they're the ones you go to?
Yeah, I can say, kuna hao marafiki ambao niko nao, not necessarily nimeke decision, but I can share with them, niko na hii idea, niko na hii occasion, na naeza taka mnisaidie hivi na hivi.
All right, how about you? Do you have a committee?
Yeah, true, I do. Basically, I have a social capital. I have a number of friends where in that circle, if I have issues that I need to discuss, because at times you try to brainstorm within yourself, you jog your mind, and you'd want to refine whatever you want to do. And so you share with very close friends, and they will tell you, now, I think that is a good idea. This is not a good idea, but you can make it better in this way. So I have social friends that we meet and discuss matters.
Okay. Now, in a recent conversation that we had at the Quench, we discussed that the committee, the group of friends, has an impact on our romantic relationships. Okay, and I had a few people say a few things, and there were statements like, why are you dating someone that looks like this? Why are you not dating someone that looks like this? This person is not in your league. This person is in a league that is lesser than you. It is essential for us to notice that these friends have significant impacts in our relationships. And I want us to define these impacts, and I want our panelists, starting with you, to tell us what are the impacts of friend groups in a relationship.
Generally wako na impact kwa sababu they are the people I trust. They are the people close to me. So whatever they tell me, nitastukia tu nimefanya. As per their opinion.
All right.
Maybe if there is about a person, I want to marry this person, alafu aniambia, that's not your type. So itaniingia, although sita react sayo, but with the time, nitastukia tu nimefuata that decision.
Do you think they have an impact?
Yes, they do. At times, there's the positive bit and the negative bit.
Right.
On the negative one, not every person would wish you well all the time. And if my social or my circle, at times they'll be comfortable with me making wealth. But that is because we are making wealth even when we are young. But when it comes to that, they realize that this is the girl you want to marry, or you want to get married to this boy. And maybe one of them was eyeing the same person. They might try to discourage you and like paint that person to be so bad. And that changes your perception towards the person you wanted. and only to realize later that this girl was interested in the same young man, or this young man was interested to the same young girl. So at times it can have positive and negative impact.
It can. Still on you, I want to, I have had numerous men say this. It is impossible to approach a girl when she's in a group of friends, yeah? I have had so many people tell me that it is impossible for you to just pick out one person from a group of friends. You will have to deal with all of them. You will have to deal individually with each one of them before you get to the one that you're going to. Do men have committees like those ones that make it difficult for you to go for one girl, something like that?
I would say men do have committees, because
that decide.
I am married, so I know how it played out during my day, and I'm talking of over 10 years ago. So if it happened then, it means even today it is happening.
Yes.
That one, you will sit somewhere and you don't necessarily say that I'm interested in marrying Margaret, but they will start talking of this girl in the church, this one behaves like this, and then as there are certain characteristics that will come out that possibly you didn't know of. And then you even get to think of these girls deeper than it were. But I would say those committees are there. And the other challenge that would be is you look at your friends, either you want to keep their company, and you know when you start a family, you'll have to leave the company because you have to start your own. You have to fight for your own territory. You keep your wife and start your family and have a domain. And here you are just together, just like you see in animals. If you go to the game park, you find that, like the gazelles, you find the females are somewhere with one male and the males are somewhere. So this one making a decision to leave and go fight there and have that as its domain, it's a decision that really you got to really think about. So it also acts on the man, thinking of now all these friends that I have, I cannot marry today, and tomorrow evening they will all come into my house. So you start making all those calculations, and you feel like, I think I should, let me first of all keep them, because you're sure of this company, then you are sure of that girl that you want to go and start life with. So that is there.
I want you to, because you have been out there for longer than before you got married, that is, of course, I want you to give me a yes or no answer to the following question. Have you ever avoided someone or refused to engage in a romantic relationship with someone because of their friends? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. So friends have affected you. Now I want the audience to give us a few scenarios, and the question that I'm asking our audience for today is, how do friendships, that committee, affect romantic relationships? As many scenarios as you can possibly think of. Tell us one you heard of, tell us one you experienced, tell us how your friends affected your relationship. And I'll start with the gentleman that is holding the microphone.
Steven. Now, I'll start by saying that these committees, they actually affect. They can affect it positively or negatively.
Okay.
So ina depend na venye muna relate na wale those peers, let me call it that way. Kuna mtu mwenye anaweza kukuambia like you're seeing a certain person, but maybe huyo mwenye anakuambia hivyo pia kona a certain interest kwa the person. So obvious.
But so these are your friends.
Yeah, they are your friends. But ye pia kuna venye anamuona. So obvious kukuput out atakwambia something negative, of which ukiwa faster to make a decision, you realize later that kumbe ilikuwa ni unitoe kwa laini ndo apite. So ni kitu kaa hiyo. It affects.
Tell us, have you ever seen a situation where friends have affected a relationship?
Okay, so my name is Sylvia.
Okay.
And I don't have an experience, or I've not heard of an experience whereby someone's relationship has been sabotaged because of because of the committee. But according to me, I think it's not right to have a committee make decisions for a relationship. I mean, it's you two in the relationship. So what's the point of involving other people who don't know the in-depth details of your relationship in it?
Okay, good question. Good
So
question.
no need to for the committee and all that. If it's matters concerning the relationship, just deal with your partner. If it's matters about business and all that, those are general things. You can talk to them. They can give you good advice. But when it comes to a relationship, deal with it yourselves.
Right. I think Sylvia has brought to light a very important point. Pass the microphone to MC, please. She's at the front. Sylvia has asked us, why should you involve your friends in matters of your relationship? Does that limit it to, can you ask for advice from your friends when your relationship is at the corner? And I think our panelists should take note of that so that we can ask that. MC, please tell us what you're thinking.
I'm Wincy. Anyway, I've seen an instant where a group has destroyed a relationship. In this case, personally, mi nakuwaga mtu wa church, so there is this lady alikuja kwa group, so like akatuambia this guy ananidate na the guy happens kuwa wa church. So like because of the lady wanasema unajua maboy wa kanisa si wazuri, wanajifanyanga. The moment mumeingia kwa relationship ndo true colors zinaanza kuapia. So like but this guy was so genuine since childhood, ameishi kwa godly, like he's so good, like anaenda kukuwa perfect, lakini no one's perfect. But because of the group we were in, tuliharibu the lady mentality, like the lady akona maybe nitaishi maisha ya hivyo, na because the lady alikuwa so committed to church, like anajua divorce is not acceptable to God. It was done that way.
So she did not get involved in that romantic relationship.
Imagine.
Okay, that is sad. And back to our panelists. I want us to first answer Sylvia's the point of view that she has brought focus, and I want to start with him. And I want you to tell us, is it okay for you to involve your friends in your relationship? Not that these people are your family. These people are the people that you involve yourselves in every single day. Okay, so you get a promotion, you celebrate with your friends. You get a girlfriend, essentially, you celebrate with your friends. You get a wife, essentially, you celebrate with who? Your friends. Is it possible to completely cut them out of the involvement in your romantic relationship?
It's not possible. No man is an island. Assuming, let me give an example, that you were born in Nakuru and you went to high school either in Nakuru or you went to Gilgil or either Mombasa, and then you given a chance to go and study at Masinde Muliro, which is in Western. Then while there, you spot a girl. Because in all this, it's actually a big accident, the kind of person you marry, because you don't make a plan that I will marry this girl. You actually do not know the person you're going to marry until you meet them. So you've gone to the university, your first year, second year, maybe in the third year, you spot a girl and she's good, and you feel like, I think this one meets the qualities of the mother of my children, if I will ever have them. So you cannot just make a decision just because you've met her. It doesn't mean that you're involving them so that they make a decision for you, but there's something that possibly they might have another lens that you do not have. So that is where you involve them. Instead of they come later and say, if you only told me, I had known this girl, we had schooled with her, she was a girlfriend, so and so, she had lived this kind of a life that possibly as a man or as a lady, you didn't want to live with that kind of man. Maybe this man, if you never involved your friends, if you involve them, possibly they will tell you, this man, at one time, this is what he did in life, and I think he has not changed. He only came to seek shelter in the church. I think it is important to seek an opinion. Not saying that they must make a decision for you, but all the time it's important that involve somebody. If you're saying that this person is my friend, then it means you can pour your heart to them. They can stand in the gap for you. So basically you're calling them where there is that gap, that you need somebody who can stand in the gap for you at that time of need. Not that even when you go asking, should I marry her or not? You've just made a decision that possibly you want to marry her or you want to marry him. So that is where your friends, you will have that circle coming in, that this is the person I have. They might be knowing something you do not know. And that's the thing that in your core, because we are made in a way that you feel, if I meet somebody who has done ABC, I cannot marry them. Then you're told that one of the ABCs that this girl has done that, or
But you
this
have
young man
loved.
has done that. So
Yeah?
you can say,
You have loved. Yeah? But I feel like you have loved. You've known this person at a personal level. You have known them and you have learned them at your own personal level. So does the opinion of others count? Now, hold on to that thought, because I want to avoid the monotony, and I want you to tell us, to answer her question, to put forward her point of view. She said that keep your business to yourself. Is it possible to keep your friends, these are your closest circles, out of your business?
Yes, it is possible, but now you can introduce your friend to them for them to know, so that they cannot say, you did this and did not tell us. So after them knowing that you're that friend, now you continue with the other businesses, don't involve them.
What are these other businesses?
The ups and the downs, maybe mmekosana hapa katikati, maybe kuna kitu anafanya na upendi, hizo pima peke yako.
And what if just upon the introduction they tell you he's not handsome enough? What happens? Hold on to that thought. I want us to take a break, and I want us to think about it categorically. Is it just a matter of interrelationships between me and another person, involvements of your friends, or is it every single way? And do your friends have to know about your personal issues for them to affect your relationship? Like, for instance, can your friends humiliate you in front of your partner and affect your relationships? Okay, let's think about it like that. We can also think about it like open criticism, yeah? Start telling your partner, your hair, what happened? You don't have nice hair, you don't have good hair. Open criticism is another one, another weapon that I want us to think about. Once we come back from the break, we are going to be talking about all of these things. How do your friends affect your relationship? It doesn't have to be the personal issues, the teeny bitty issues, but we're also going to be talking about that. And with that, we take a break, and I'll see you right after the break.
The Quench, where you ask, we answer.